Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Thank you very much. There's a flag right over there. If you squint your eyes, you can see it. So we'll stand and do a pledge of allegiance.
Squint my eyes and see
Yeah,
it.
it's right there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming on short notice. Actually, I guess it's a week's notice, but short notice nonetheless. Correspondence. I'm going to pass out a couple things for you now, if we could. So, I have a copy of this. Pass one down. This I just got this today, so that's why. And actually, this goes with it too. Oh, this goes with it too. So, this is an email chain with our town manager. Let me pass that down to our town manager and our Noreen Brown, I believe her name is, from.
Is he supposed to be here tonight?
No, he's got he has a written
okay.
for us. Okay. So at our last meeting, you'll see in the minutes, we met with Noreen Brown, and it was concluded that the town manager would go over a list of town-owned property and if there was anything in tax title. And we talked about it, and we actually pointed out on your way out, there is town property that the town bought a few years ago on the left-hand side of Glen Oaks Way, and she was going to look at that. So, honestly, I just got this afternoon, this whole email chain. So, you're talking about this property the town owns. Apparently, a builder had at one point proposed 3 6-unit buildings. The plans were approved by the planning board. Not sure if they needed to go to zoning. There were no architectural plans or building elevations. When I saw that, it was a PDF. I asked for a copy of that, and that was left on the desk here for us. Then they talk about, Noreen Brown talks about, this is stuff she talked about when she met with us. Our land acquisition team is very interested in pursuing this further. What is the next step? Another meeting with the Affordable Housing Trust, the Board of Selectmen. I know the town of Duxbury, Hingham, and Easton have purchased existing homes. And she also talks about a property. Maybe I didn't print that part out. I think I did. She says that she thinks that there's a piece of an Abington home coming up that they're going to have control of, the Habitat for Humanity. I don't see it in here.
2-bedroom?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
That they're gonna be getting?
They're going, yeah. I thought I printed out all the pages from, maybe I missed the
It's on
email
the
chain.
first one, Ken.
Well, the
at bottom.
first one talks about the Abington home. So this is what, in the mid $200,000 range? Is that what it is on the first page?
Yeah.
That must be it.
So I think it's a small
Just like
it is a 2-bedroom, single home on a small lot that does not offer room for additional home. It needs work to be, we believe, can be provided by the Habitat. So they're thinking that they're gonna get this property in Abington somewhere.
Oh, wow.
So that's something, because she did talk about, and I put this in the minutes, she talked about not only new property and building, but they also do rehab, which I think they've done in other towns. So I just want to make sure you had this information, because we're going to bring her, the next step is for her to come before our board, and she can tell us about this property, and they're excited about this. Now, so you get the map here, right? So the front page, going to its way. You guys all know what property I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I know there was discussion on what to do with it. At one point, the town bought it because they thought they might use it for parking, for excess parking for the schools. I don't think they need that. We also bought it so that, I think the town bought it so that this wouldn't happen, which is kind of ironic, but it's better to have control. We all know it's better to have control of what goes in places than being rammed down people's throats. So, was this the best spot for this? I have no idea. But this is something that we can talk about. It would require selectmen to say, yeah, it's a good idea. It looks like they've already got approved. They had
Yeah.
planning board approval. I don't know how the zoning is. And this is just a proposal. It's by Burger King, Burger Time Realty, and
Burger time.
exactly, you guys.
Couldn't remember the name of that the other day.
If you guys, yeah, it was a place behind it, the Dairy Barn, Burger Time and Dairy Barn.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yep, okay, so,
Yep.
yep,
Down there for
I remember
hamburgers.
exactly, so, exactly, I was skinny until they moved, Burger Time came to town, so, 'cause I lived 2 houses down, I paid my brothers to go get me a burger, but anyways,
This was 2012.
right, and they were, then the town bought it, probably when I was on the board, so it's probably 4 years ago the town bought it. So I just wanted to make sure this is on your radar, and I know that we're gonna be meeting soon with Judy Barrett, from Barrett Planning, and we're gonna meet with probably, this woman from Habitat for Humanity, wants to meet with us. I'm
So
not
the
sure-
town owns lots these 2 to 4. They own these lots.
Yes.
Are owned by the town.
Yeah, so that whole big,
That, where the
I think,
open land
so
is,
basically
yeah.
from the fence up to, Old Town Realty Trust, the
Yep.
town owns. So it's directly across the street from the senior housing.
Yeah.
So, best place, I don't know, but it's definitely a possibility. You know, because you could put a fence up, you could put, shrubs along the way, but, I think it's exciting. So anyways, I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of it, so when we, Chief's gonna wanna talk about it. And we will reach out to, the town managers to make sure, I think he talks about that in this thing, so I just wanted to give you
Yeah,
the heads
that's
up on
good.
that. Here's the town manager's update, which is correspondence was the first thing, so let me pass one down.
Yeah.
This is the town manager's report. I'll just read it out loud for the TV. I spoke with Judy Barrett on Thursday, the 20th. Judy apologized for not having the scope of services and price proposal ready. Barrett Planning had been exceptionally busy, but promises to get something out to the trust ASAP. The scope will include working with the trust to put together a list of action items and projects. The scope will also include a breakdown of their fees for working with the trust on projects, as well as a fee list for any additional services that the trust may request. The town does not currently have any vacant properties that would be suitable for habitat. I did, however, send a copy of the approved plan for the 3 6-unit buildings on Glenwood's Way properties. Habitat is conceptually interested in the plans and properties. I have recommended they schedule an additional meeting with the trust to explore the concept. If the trust is on board sponsoring a project, maybe slightly altered, we could then schedule a joint meeting with the Board of Selectmen to see if they could also support some sort of development on the land. Habitat has also expressed an interest in the trust purchasing a home that Habitat could then make repairs to as needed and then turn it around. We did something in Duxbury. It is worth exploring. At the end of the day, the house will be resold and a portion of the money will be recouped by the trust, the difference being the subsidy that the trust puts into it. For example, if the trust purchased the home for $250,000, $250,000, the Habitat resells it as an affordable housing unit for $180,000, the subsidy out of the pocket for the trust would be $70,000. In this scenario, the cost to create 1 unit of affordable housing is $70,000. Just an example, the numbers are likely to be slightly different. I have met with a developer that is conceptually interested in the center school. He has expressed an interest in only using the existing structure with no change to the footprint and no additional stories.
Wow.
Essentially 12 units for senior housing. No tree clearing, no additional site changes. As this is the only plan that seems to have any support, I would likely draft a bid document before the year's end tailored to that concept.
Wow.
That is the first I've heard of that.
That is,
Interesting.
I'm
12
surprised.
units. That was the most, right? Wasn't it? Wasn't it 6 and 6?
What, in the original plan? They
Yeah.
were trying to squeeze in like, was it 18, Ron?
I think it was more than
Mm.
12.
Yeah.
Because they had the tiny ones on the side.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
were really
Yeah.
cramming things
All right.
in.
Well, that's all. That's exciting news. It's
that's
news to
great.
me.
That's
So
actually,
I think our meetings with both Habitat and Judy Barrett went well. So that actually takes care of the updates on the things. You look at the minutes that I gave you guys for August 9th. That was our last meeting. Okay, and I don't expect you guys to approve them tonight because you're just looking at them for the first time. But we do talk about, and this is probably for Jen's benefit mostly, but Noreen Brown, you may know some of these people, you know. Habitat for Humanity, she is the South Shore Habitat for Humanity Director of Project Development, and they have 2 properties here in Abington. She talked about a lot about the projects she did. After lengthy discussion, it was left that Noreen will get together with Town Manager and BC, will provide the surplus land list and check with the assessors department for tax title takings. I liked how she referred to Habitat for Humanity as a friendly 40B builder. we're looking forward to working with her. And then via Zoom, Judy Barrett and town manager were on. And you know Judy Barrett. I mean, her credentials are just amazing. And she was gonna come back to us with a scope of, she gave us a lot. We talked for 45 minutes, and she gave us a lot of great ideas. And basically, you gotta start slow, just concentrate on 3 things. And the biggest thing is to try to get people on their side and educate them about affordable housing. Because there is a lot of misconception about affordable housing we learned from the Center School project. So she's gonna come up to us, and why don't we schedule the next meeting and invite both these people and the town manager to our next meeting, just so we can, there's a lot to take about all this stuff, especially the revelations that someone, might be interested in the property, the revelation that this property up to here, they're interested in that. And we do want to get back, and I apologize because it's not going to be called an action plan, correct? She wants to call it, what did she call it?
Let's see.
Strategic plan. So we can no longer
yeah,
refer
right
to it, so we no longer refer it to our action plan is a strategic plan. And that's like for 5 years of things we wanted to do. So that's it for the meeting. We talked a lot about, and Judy helped us with this too, inclusionary zoning and accessory dwelling units. She said we shouldn't talk to the planning board without her, or, meet with them, but if there's a bylaw review committee, if they're talking about bylaws, on zoning bylaws part of that, I'd like to try to mention to them, but I don't know how that works. Also attached to your minutes is just the email that I sent to Liz and the planning board, the stuff that we talked about for the planning board's master plan, how far they've gotten, what we talked about, and I thank you, Ella, for drawing that up, and I emailed that to them, so I just include that as part of the minutes, just so you're aware. Do you want me to we'll hold these for the next meeting? I mean,
yeah, I would have
yeah,
to.
yeah, okay,
anyways.
yep, that's fine. What else do we have on tonight's agenda? I don't know the status of community preservation. I would think that the process would have been started, but I don't see a mailbox for us, and we have not been reached, no one's contacted us from the community preservation.
I've only been to one meeting,
Yeah.
and it was like the beginning stage,
Okay,
and
so-
then they were going to have a short meeting right before town meeting, but I wasn't at that one because I was checking people in. So
Okay.
the next meeting is next Tuesday night.
Okay.
I mean, didn't we have put a request in?
That was the last.
That was the last
That was
one.
last year.
So this is the new round.
Yeah,
Correct.
and what's been happening is every year, I think they're basically giving us a minimum of
The
10%.
10%.
We'd like to get more than that. That's the main reason we want to have,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not a strategic plan, so that we can ask for different
Yeah,
funds.
right.
So,
So when's the next meeting, did you say?
I think it's next Tuesday.
I'd just like to know who our liaison is, just to keep us updated, because, so.
I'm the housing authority liaison.
Okay. You're the housing, meaning, so you're on the board, so you can tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
isn't someone supposed to reach out to like different groups, like the housing, or they reach out to Scott?
I'm not sure. I've only
Okay.
been to that one meeting,
Okay.
but I can find out.
Yeah, just, we don't still want to drop the ball on this, we want to make sure we at least get the minimum 10 and keep stressing that we want more. Because if Judy comes to us with an estimate, we can put that in for a request.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I really don't have much else. I know it sounds, I hate to drag everybody out.
But I think we should pick our schedule. It helps
Yeah,
to make sure
absolutely.
people are around.
Yep.
And then the next meeting too, if we're gonna invite Scott and,
We can let them know ahead of time.
just get it on.
And I'm gonna need some help. The minutes are tough, but I watch the TV and I can do the minutes. It's not that big of a deal. But I can't get to the town hall at all during the week, so I appreciate you guys. And even if we have a standard agenda, at least we can have something out there. We can always adjust it not the meeting, but beforehand.
Yeah.
So, what we can do, and Ellen was kind enough before to schedule the meeting dates, and I feel bad that I kind of screwed some stuff up, but
No.
no, it's just
Everybody's a
straight
volunteer.
out, because affordable housing might not be going that well, but the Abington Celebration is going awesome, so. Sorry.
And they're not putting our meetings on the calendar online,
Well,
On the website.
they didn't know either until last.
but they haven't been.
So who's in charge of that? Who does
Is
that?
that, it's not Wayne anymore, is it? Is
I
it
don't
someone else?
know, I don't know who it is.
I'm not sure.
Tony, but maybe.
All right, why don't we do this then? Why don't we decide the next two meetings now, the rest of the year,
Yeah,
we will put it in an email to Liz. Please make sure these get posted on the site.
And then you don't have to worry about it,
And if you don't
you
see
know.
them in a week or two, let me know, we'll just, let it fly. So let's look at the schedule, please. This is October's meeting, November. And I know we got holidays coming up, and I know it's tough, and you got selectmen, everybody's got something. Wednesdays are tough for everybody. Mondays seem to be the best, but you got selectmen on Monday nights. Do you know when the selectmen's meetings are?
For November, I believe it's gonna be the 14th and the 28th.
Okay.
so
So
we do the 15th?
You wanna do a Tuesday night?
I
thought
can do.
You can do a Tuesday night,
I can't do that Tuesday
Okay.
night, that's community preservation
okay,
and council on aging, I go to those.
okay.
Are you thinking Tuesday nights or Monday nights?
I
Jen?
can, I don't want, it shouldn't be on me. Like, I don't know if we could possibly meet before the selectmen's meeting on the 14th.
Yeah.
You know, because I know you
Yeah.
just like staying in
They-
meetings for 3
But they
hours.
meet at 6:30, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing, but
That might not be a bad idea, because then the town manager could be at that meeting.
Yeah,
I have, I wouldn't be able to be around till 5:30.
yeah, I could
Yeah,
do
5:30,
5:30.
5:30.
I can do 5:30 on
Yeah,
the
so
4th.
work till 4:30, so.
On the
Is that all right with
14th.
you, Pam?
Yeah.
But is Ron is okay with not having dinner? Oh, he's, yeah.
up to what it takes.
He's already upset now.
That's when you put stuff in the crock pot.
There you go, good thing, it is crock pot weather, so perfect. So we're gonna say the 14th,
14th.
5:30,
Yep.
and what I can do is tonight or tomorrow, I'll shoot an email out to Judy Barrett, Scott, and Noreen, ask them to attend the meeting. And the good thing about this is, it's an hour meeting, it's a whole meeting.
Yeah.
And if we have to meet more after we meet, I believe we have an hour meeting, we'll get it done. This meeting is pretty much already over, so. And I do thank the town manager for the report that he gave us, it's pretty concise. Unfortunately, if he or Liz was here, we wish that one of them was here, because we could ask them questions about it. All right, so the 14th, how about December?
Ken, do you want me to contact Liz to get meeting rooms like I did before?
Yes, please.
Okay.
When's the selectmen's meeting in December?
That's, I'm not so sure yet.
You're probably only gonna meet once, though.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
the
assuming it
4th
would
would
probably
be
be
the
the 12th, but I'm not sure.
You wanna do the same thing
I can do the 12th.
at 5:30?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of awkward, but I don't mind, That all right with you, Ellen? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I just don't want the selectmen to think that we're piggybacking on them and, taking their lead, but, I don't want to get big heads. All right, so November 14th, December 12th, 5:30 PM.
Okay.
Room to be determined, because sometimes the selectmen have, before their meeting, they have executive session, right?
Very rarely, but
Okay,
yeah.
All right. All right. What else does anybody else want to see on the next agenda? Does anybody want to talk about anything else tonight? We will approve the minutes of August 9th at the next meeting. We'll have some guests. We'll be in and out in an hour. We will, at that point, note something about community preservation, so that will be on the agenda too.
And just probably where things stand with the community preservation.
Right.
An update, right,
Yep,
for
yep,
that.
Yep, we'll find out. There's gotta be some paperwork that we have to do for that. I feel good now about things, because if Judy comes in and gives us a proposal, we can give that proposal to community preservation. We can talk about, from Noreen Brown for Habitat for Humanity. Who was the other people that met with it? The YMCA too, they kinda wanted to do some stuff with us too, right? It was the Brockton Y, remember? Didn't they come in?
Brockton
Two guys?
Y?
Oh, no, no.
For the housing
It was the
authority.
housing authority, but the guy was involved with the Y. yes,
Correct.
Okay. Housing authority, okay.
So if something like they mention here on the Habitat for the Home,
Yeah.
isn't that a full request we could put in to CP, like, for
Yeah.
specifically for something like that? Could that
Yes.
go in before
I'll ask.
CPA?
If we have
I'm just
good, if we
curious.
have good numbers. Are you talking
Oh.
about for the rehab of the house, or for the,
Yeah, I guess, well, I guess it's saying if the trust purchases a home for $250.
yeah.
And they have it, you know what I mean?
But I don't even think they have the house now, so we.
Okay, no, I'm just,
But we
would
can-
we, would that be something that we could
Yeah.
request?
Yeah, I'm wondering if, is it something that we can anticipate that we're going to need money for?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
I'm
ask.
curious on that.
Well, I would think we'll have a clearer picture when Noreen comes to the meeting, because then we'll, after the November 14th meeting, we can do the CPA. At that point, we'll know. Hopefully, we'll have an amount for the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll know more about properties. I'm not sure. We need to talk to Scott about the center school thing. I'm not sure exactly what that entails.
Yeah, so if we can have updated information on that, I like the sounds of
I
that.
do, but he also mentions 12 units for senior housing. Does that mean, you don't know anything about that, right?
No, this is the first I've heard
I mean,
anything.
I would
Is
personally,
it gonna be age restricted, or is it gonna be actually,
yeah,
senior?
yeah. So I think he's just kind of, maybe just throwing stuff out there. But
Mhm.
the thing is, if it's senior housing, is there any way to get it to fall under the umbrella of you guys from the housing authority?
Right.
Work with you guys and get it, so it's just another senior housing project for the town. But,
Yeah,
I don't know.
no tree clearing, I like
I was
that.
very impressed by Judy Barrett, though. I think,
I'd
Yeah,
still
she's
like to know
great.
yeah.
how they can do that.
Yeah.
How can you sell it to somebody and then say, you're not gonna do this, this, this,
Yeah.
or this?
What do you mean, this,
I-
this, or this?
Well, like it says, if there's
No
a
tree clearing, no
developer,
additional site changes.
like how can you say, there's no tree clearing, no additional site changes, but how can you be sure that that's what they're gonna do if they own the property?
I imagine it's something you could probably put into the purchase and sales, like
Mm.
contingent on you leave this and this. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Well,
conditions.
There's
Yeah.
not, there's
Yeah,
not
like
enough,
a deed.
but there's not enough here to really tell us. He
Yeah.
might be saying,
Yeah.
maybe the town still retains ownership of it. Because he doesn't really talk about
Yeah.
using the instructions, doesn't say about buying
It's
it.
very
Mm.
vague.
It is vague, so we gotta get
We'll
better
get
clear on
some more
that,
info on it.
Again, if, I get it, I'm gonna say this on camera. We're meeting right before the selectmen's meeting, so I don't think there's any reason the town manager can't pop his head in and answer some questions that we might have. So I think that's a good thing.
Sure.
Because I think he stays here, I don't think he goes home, so.
Ken, do you want me to send him, as the chair of the housing authority, do you want me to send him something asking for more information on the center school plan to see if the housing authority is going to be involved, or what the thinking is at this point, or do you just want to wait until we meet with him before the
We should
next
probably wait only because this is
Okay.
this is just coming out now, and
Okay.
we don't want to create a whole hullabaloo around town, even though it's
All
on
right.
TV. Because really, there's not much here other than
Yeah.
someone might be interested in it. That's all we have, and it does. I know there were a lot of concerns brought up by some of the neighbors about the tree clearing and additional site changes. You don't want to go up. And this is the only point that seems to have support, meaning at least he knows how people feel. It was pretty much overwhelming for senior housing. We're in the affordable aspect, of senior housing, so again, hopefully we'll fall under, I don't know, but you bring up a good question. Is someone gonna buy it and make it senior housing? Which you can put restrictions on it, but would have to subsidize it probably, through
Yeah, doubt you would have,
through
yeah.
different, through CPA or through our funds, and Judy can give us some ideas on that. So, what we will do is, on the agenda, I'll make it so that they're all here, because they can all help us out with the input. I think the last meeting was pretty cool, that they were all, they were on the Zoom, and we were talking to
Yeah.
Noreen, and Noreen goes, oh, hi, Noreen
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
Judy, and they knew each other, and they were all able to give advice about the different aspects, so. Anything else? Sorry to drag you out on a crappy night. Sorry to ruin your dinner.
Well, it gets things going.
You good?
So next meeting,
November
How about-
14th, 5:30 sharp. If for some reason, well, even if the selectmen meeting changes, we should still meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5:30 is good. It's tight, it's a tight window, but at least you're home. in
yeah,
ti- in time.
that's fine.
It's not too late. All right, good.
All right, good.
Thank you all.
Motion to adjourn, do I have to make a motion?
Second?
Yeah. I forgot your initials because you haven't been to any cheap.
Aha,
Fake laugh. All right, so moved. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Good, thank you.